It's been a few minutes since your fight, man. How did you feel about your performance?
I got a lot to work on. I did, again, what I told myself I wasn't going to do. I hit him really hard, had him wobbled, and instead of finishing him like I know I can on the feet, I shot in for a takedown. So, man, I gotta break that habit. I'm a knockout guy. I don't shoot. I don't know why I'm doing that.
What do you think that is? Like, what is that habit that you keep doing?
Man, if I knew, I'd tell you. I don't know.
What was the game plan coming into this fight?
The game plan was go out there and beat Josh Fremd. There was no thought process. There was no actual game plan. I'm going to do this, that, and the other. I wanted to revert back to who I was in LFA and what got me here, and that was putting people out, putting people to sleep, just being violent, being the Josh Fremd I know I can be, and that was it.
How much pressure did you have on your shoulders this camp? You know, maybe fighting for your job. Like, what was the pressure?
Oh, let's be real. I was fighting for my job. I still am fighting for my job. Believe it or not, there was absolutely no pressure on myself this time. My first fight I took on 8 days' notice, and I felt amazing when I was in there. Obviously, I wasn't in great shape. Because it was short notice. My second fight against Trayshawn, you know, I felt like I gave him a Christmas present because I put so much pressure on myself. I thought for sure if I lose this, I'm out, I'm done. And this one, you know, back against the wall, they called me, said, hey, 2 weeks, you got to take this. And I was like, hey, let's go out here and fight. Because that's what, at the end of the day, that's what this is. It's a fight, you know, that's all I'm good at fighting. I know how to fight. So there was no pressure, no game plan. Come out here, be Josh Fremd, and let's get this done.
With that all being said, man, like 2 weeks notice, just being Josh Fremd, went out there, got your first UFC win. How does that feel?
It feels amazing. I made a joke with my girl and my friends, like, this is either going to be a triumphant victory, you're going to see, you know, that blue-collar grit come through, or it's going to be the saddest shit. Like, I've worked 11 years to get here, and then I blew it. So I'm glad that I went out there and I got it done because at the end of the day, like, this is a dream that I've always wanted to do. I've given up a lot. I've sacrificed a lot. And I wanted to prove not only to other people who believed in me, but prove to myself, like, I belong here, you know?
You took SD's O. How does that feel?
It feels amazing. I always say if you're undefeated, you haven't fought anybody. You padded your record. He was undefeated, I believe, maybe lost once as an amateur, and he was 7-0. He didn't fight anyone. All the people that he fought were not me. They were not as good, as tough, or as talented as I was. So I had no doubt in my mind I was going to get this done tonight.
How did you, like in there, his striking, right? He hit you a couple times. Were you rocked at all? Like, how do you feel about his striking?
No, I mean, I wish I could rewind it. You know, it goes so fast. But he was lunging in for a lot of his right hands, and I wish I could go back because I saw it coming, and I could have countered and got a really slick knockout if I could, you know, redo it. But he didn't hit as hard as I thought he was going to hit. I took all those and smiled like they weren't nothing.
You said that you know you're going to get back to practice, help your teammates out. When would you like to return?
You know, I would like to get back in here as soon as possible. I'm gonna meet with my coaches, my manager, and we're gonna find something down the road. And I'm gonna get back in here, and you're gonna see a better version of Josh Fremd.
And finally, talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. What's your outlook on them?
Hey, Kenny Pickett is gonna lead us to the promised land. George Pickens is that dog, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, Steelers, Yins need a kicker. I was a pretty good kicker. Let me go help out.
Congrats, man.
Appreciate it.
I've just got one from over here from Kevin Ioli. He wants to know why you can be a Pirates fan. How it's possible that there are Pirates fans?
Huge baseball fan. I grew up playing baseball. My dad was in the minors for a little bit. Just hometown, like I loved the Pirates. I was a huge Jack Wilson, Jason Bay fan growing up. Man, the Buccos are my team, and I believe they're going to get it done eventually, hopefully in my lifetime. You know, when I was in college, they had a nice little run. We got Kutch back, so hey, if I can go throw out the first pitch sometime this year, that'd be pretty cool.
You said you didn't really have a game plan, but mentally, like the mental preparation, going into there against a guy who's undefeated, like you said, you looked at his record and you go, well, look, I'm better than anybody's fought, right? So the idea is to get in there and just pressure him, right? Because he seems like a kind of a bully type of fighter, a guy who hasn't really been through adversity, but if you bully the bully, you know, he kind of will fold under the pressure, and I felt like that's exactly what we saw.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I thought as well. He hasn't fought anyone who put him on his back foot. He hasn't fought anyone who was willing to punch him in the mouth, you know. So I wanted to go out there and put it on him. My teammate, Alex Hernandez, sent me one of the best pre-fight texts I've ever had in my life, and just telling me to believe in myself, you know, in short terms, believe in myself. And the entire time in the back, the entire time this morning, I kept telling myself, I can, I will, I belong here, and I can do this.
Lightweight Alex Hernandez from San Antonio?
Correct.
That's one of my old teammates, one of my old coaches.
That's a great dude.
Great dude. I had one more question for you. Oh, yeah, so we see this a lot, you know. I mean, you've got decent amount of experience, and then you have the undefeated prospect who they're obviously trying to kind of build up. Did you feel a little bit like they were trying to put you together, like get you in there on a 2-fight losing streak, maybe have this guy, like, you know, make an example out of you?
Hey, from where I come from, I know what a setup looks like. And I know they were trying to set me up, push this kid along. That's not going to happen on me.
Who do you got your eye on in the division next?
I have a couple names. The one I called out not too long ago, Claudio, he just lost to Hassan Roxon, I believe it was. I'll fight him. Honestly, if it's a good matchup, I'll take it. I don't have a particular name or person that, like I said, I want to fight someone who's going to push me and make me be the better version of myself. So I don't want to go out there and be a bully. I want to go out there and fight someone who kind of scares me.
And last thing, you said that you were actually surprised that, you know, the punches were, you know, he didn't hit as hard as you thought he would. I thought there were a lot of surprises, too. He never really seemed to get going. And again, I think it probably was because of the way that you pushed the pace coming right out of the gate. But, I mean, just everything about his whole arsenal just didn't really look like, he just looked flat. I mean, what really surprised you in there?
Truthfully, nothing. I knew that he was going to throw those big looping right hands, and I've seen it on his Contender Series fight, but the kid that he fought in the Contender Series fight was an actual layup for him. So it is what it is, and nothing really surprised me. I get hit by Rob Wilkinson every single day, so no one's going to hit me harder than that dude.
I'm not sure. The second round was close. Felt like he took the first. So I felt like he needed to finish anyway. And then when I got the point deducted, it was like, that's it. It's all out now. I'm going for it.
Davey, you threw a spinning back fist. Take a look right here. That hurt Rafael. And then you go reverse triangle. I mean, how do you have the wherewithal to even do that in that moment